Hi, it's me, Lisa Crenshaw, once again. See if I can explain something here to you. The Black Caucus a few years back visited Raul Castro, and Fidel asked for videos, books, materials on Martin Luther King Jr. Let me see if I can't try to explain this a little bit to you. Um, James Earl Ray told a story about a man named Raul. Um, Soledad O'Brien did a documentary on the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. And James Earl Ray mentions this man whose name is Raul. It's also mentioned in this documentary that the mob visited an old man at a restaurant. We all know that mob means Italian mob. Raul is mentioned. Raul represents Italy. So let me try to break this down. It was said that another theory had a Raul man firing the shot from the bushes. If Raul represents Italy and Raul Castro is Raul, so what we have is Raul Castro, who is Italy, firing the shot from the bushes, acting on behalf of Italy. The flash of the gun in the bushes, this represents the burning bush, which means God. God spoke in the burning bush to Moses. Since man equates Lord and God to be one and the same, it is said no one can look upon the face of God or the Lord and live. Remember, Martin Luther King said his eyes had seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. So he had looked upon the face of the Lord, therefore he could not live. Now the bullet strikes Martin in the jaw, and a white towel covers the entry wound. Now the white towel represents the bullet. So if the bullet comes from the gun, then the white towel comes from the gun. If the gun is in the hand of Raul, and Raul represents the Italian man is the man in Italy, this is the Pope. So now the gun is in the hand of the Pope. The bullet is the white towel. The white towel represents the veil on the back of the Pope's robe. So if Martin's eyes saw the glory of the coming of the Lord, he saw the face and he could not live. This means the veil is removed. It is thrown at Martin. It is the bullet, and it kills him, which means the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope at that time, killed Martin Luther King Jr., ordered the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., which was carried out by Raul Castro of Cuba. The veil is the bride's veil, which is white. Coretta Scott King is the bride of Martin Luther King. But after the veil, which is on Martin's face, his jaw, soaks the blood and dries, it becomes a deep blackened red. It becomes the widow's veil, which Coretta Scott wore. There are only three veils: the bridal veil, Moses' veil, and the widow's veil. Now, I have shown you that, or maybe I haven't shown you that, but Moses represents Massa. So if Moses wears a veil, then Massa wears a veil. And Massa calls his veil the Lord's veil, which this is really nothing more than the bride's veil. If Moses and Massa are the same thing, and Massa is Lord, and the Lord is the bride, then there truly is only one veil, and that veil is the widow's veil. And the veil is the face of the widow. And the face of the widow is black. So Martin Luther King saw the face of her, which is black, when he said he saw the coming of the Lord. coming out with this information. And I would assume that Fidel asked for videos and books and materials on Martin Luther King Jr. because they are feeling a bit guilty and remorseful down there in Cuba for what they've done. And I would assume that Benedict probably went there to tell them not to say anything to anybody about what the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope at that time, had asked them to do. But I say Raul Castro assassinated Martin Luther King Jr. on behalf of the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope himself. All he did is act as the middleman. All he did is step in as representation. So, Pope, he is the one, the Roman Catholic Church, who assassinated Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.